All right. Happy Sunday, everyone. Let's get straight into a crypto update for today. So contextually speaking, we do expect lower with, we'll start with Bitcoin. I have a feeling I may have, okay, no, it's still here. I'm just going to quickly double check that to see if we are still bearish on the hourly. We might not be. Okay, never mind. We still are. So we're still bearish on the hourly and we're forming so far a semi-decent looking distribution model. So yeah, we've got a semi-decent looking distribution model aligning with our bias very nicely of being bearish across the board essentially. And yeah, I've got a 15-minute supply OBIF here, which isn't that. I don't expect much of a move, and I'm not gonna, if price doesn't hit it, that's fine. But it is our nearest and most clear supply block to our tap one. But at the time, we also have this as supply, which I'm no longer really looking at, as that got mitigated here, as you can see. And given the price came back near this mitigation, this is now a valid liquidity POI. So the main thing that I'm looking for is a sweep of this extreme liquidity and a break of structure. Give me a second. Yeah, so the one thing I want to see is a sweep of extreme liquidity and a break of structure. If we can mitigate this supply and then break, even better. So that's sort of the pre-planning here. And then of course, given this is the Bitcoin context, we got to align our alts so they align with the context of Bitcoin. So we got to assume that Bitcoin's going to go higher in the short term, so we don't want to look for shorts on alts just yet until we get a sweep of any of these two POIs, both ideally. And then yeah, if we look at USDT dominance, nothing has changed really. We're still very much bullish on USDT dominance. We haven't broken any sort of structure down to bearish just yet. So yeah, and we've also bounced off demand quite nicely. So this is, yeah, so far expect lower, but just know that Bitcoin is in this distribution model, and we can expect to go higher short term, so we can sweep and mitigate these POIs. Looking at ETH, we had like a very low time frame PO3 schematic here, mitigated supply beautifully, and then hit the range low. So obviously was asleep and didn't catch that. Not a whole lot I'm interested in ETH at the moment, given the move I was pre-planning completed itself. Looking at Fartcoin. Sort of a similar story to just a little two-tap model here, which is obviously not what we trade. Therefore, I'm not really too interested in Fartcoin at the moment, honestly. So I will keep the ball rolling. Alright, and that's it. Looking at BNB, so yeah, I am looking for these distributions essentially. This is turning very much into some form of accumulation model. Yeah, in terms of BNB, I don't like how we front ran this second tap, or this how we front ran the making of a second tap, if you will. We have created some sort of supply there, but that's been mitigated. Yeah, not really liking this BNB chart at the moment. I will keep the ball rolling. Look, if Bitcoin's the only option we have, I'm completely alright with that. I would much rather trade Bitcoin than an alt. There's a lot more volume. Look at this perfect return to zone, getting taken out. Like just looking at this, you could already have guessed that the second you get one break below here, you're not going to be coming back up. Price is just going to flush down, and this is pretty much what has happened. So, could we get a pullback? If we do get a pullback, you're going to need a pristine return to zone coming back into. Yeah, this is our only supply that we might get a pullback into. We'll see, but I highly doubt it. Link, same thing. Not really creating any sort of distributions at the moment worthwhile. Technically, this is the range. Yeah, some nice lows building up right here. 1, 2, and 3. Lovely. No real extreme supply or liquidity at the moment, but there will definitely be something on the lower time frame. I can sort of kind of see that already. This might be a POI. Yeah, valid. Extreme supply right there. Extreme liquidity right here. Same thing, we're just so low to that range low that I doubt we're going to be coming back up. But if we do, we have planned for it. That's cake. Looking at Pepe, not a whole lot. We've perfectly mitigated that supply. Doge as well, another semi 2-tap model being formed. Probably going to take out these lows there. Nothing that interests me on Doge. Virtual as well. So he's even left some clean supply in the meantime. All right. We'll go to Sol. Yeah, not a lot happening at the moment in the alts. Sol, not a whole lot. Hype, mitigated supply as well. Sorry, Litecoin mitigated supply. Hype. Nothing. So if you haven't figured out by now, guys, I'm looking for distribution models that are aligning with Bitcoin. It's pretty simple, and we're not getting any at the moment. Nice liquidity here. This is all going to get taken out. Render. Tau. This is going to be the quickest crypto market update ever. Asta. In a way, I don't mind that because we can focus on one pair, and that one pair being Bitcoin. If we don't get a confirmation, we don't trade it. If we do, perfect. All our attention is on Bitcoin. XRP has mitigated supply nicely. Trump. Boom. Yeah, there you go. Pretty simple. So our main focus is only Bitcoin for today, guys. Could be a blessing in disguise here. We don't know. But yeah, essentially all I want is a sweep of the extreme liquidity followed by a break of structure, or for even better confluence or higher confluence, we sweep extreme liquidity, mitigate this refined supply POI, and then break. The only thing holding price up is this demand right here, but I'm not a fan of demand connected to the range low. Doesn't really yeah, and it might have even been okay, it's definitely been mitigated on the lower time frame, but if this is overlapping, if this overlaps, then maybe I might rethink this. But as a general rule, demand that's connected to the bottom of the range isn't something that you can sort of overlook it. Yeah, so this has all been mitigated on lower time frames. Therefore, this demand block is not of interest. So yeah, that is it today, all under 12-13 minutes. Yeah, keep an eye out on Bitcoin. We're still downtrending, expect to go lower. And yeah, that is it for today. Stay patient, guys. Stay disciplined. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, use this Sunday to get ahead of everyone else in the upcoming week. Peace.